Hi everybody, it's Nikki White again. I am doing a video today about doing the splits because all my students and so many dancers write me and want to know, how do I do the splits? And I understand the appeal, they're very cool. So today we're going to work on middle splits. The very first and most important thing I'm going to say when you're stretching is to do it when you're warm. If you stretch when you're cold, you're just asking for an injury. So stretch after you've done 50 jumping jacks, 20 push-ups, jogged around the room for 10 minutes, like something that gets your muscles heated. Okay? No stretching when you're cold. Rule number one. Won't get anything out of it. Wait till you're warm. So, what we're going to do to warm up our muscles a little bit is we're going to start in a really wide second, which is good because contemporary ballet, a lot of the movements are getting lower and lower and you have to get very used to being close to the ground. So we're going to start with a wide second. And again, if you're not quite flexible or if you're not a dancer but you want to learn the splits for karate or whatever, if you need to be a little more parallel, that's fine. Just go as low as you can, wherever your comfort is. And you're going to go side to side as far as you can. Hopefully, you start getting lower. And you better be doing this with me right now instead of sitting in a chair going, oh, look at her, going side to side, looking like a ninja. Don't you want to look like a ninja too? Try it. Get out of your chair, come into ninja pose, and go side to side without your hands. You can do sword movements, I don't care. Whatever you need to do to get motivated. You can keep your foot flat. If you want to work on your arch, this is a good way to get your foot flat. Once you get really, really low, you can try to stay as low as you can, keeping your hips as low as you can. So we're stretching and working our muscles. Yay! All right, just like two more. If you're still all the way up, standing up, and that's as low as you go, that's what you do. Finally, we're going to come to the middle, and we're going to sit down with our legs in second. Again, doesn't matter where your second is, or your middle splits. If you're here, if you can't even straighten your legs, that's fine. If they're a little wider, wherever you need to be. I have my phone here because, like I said before, you're up out of your chair and you're actually doing this with me, right? And we're going to do 30 seconds of stretching forward. Now, I want you, if you are a dancer and you're used to pointing your feet, do pointed feet. If you're a karate person, you want to do flex feet, flex feet. The important thing is I want to see your legs engaged. I have hyperextended legs, so my heels come off the ground. If you don't have hyperextended legs, your heels might not come off. But if that's what you want, is to increase your hyperextension or increase your flexibility in the backs of your legs, that's your goal, is to get your heels as high off the ground as possible. Woo! I ran out of breath. And we don't want to be slouched, and we don't want to be rocked forward. Again, we want to be right in the middle and pulled up. So long neck, open shoulders, and we are going to engage our legs and stretch forward for 30 seconds starting now. So, my legs are engaged and we're stretching forward as far as you can go. It might only be here, but this is what we're doing. We're not relaxed. Stretching forward as far as we can. Still engaged, still engaged. So I'm not relaxed. Engage, engage. We're almost done. Point your feet or flex, whichever one you like. Keep stretching, keep pulling up, and we're done. Now, relax for 30 seconds and stretch forward. If you're only here, it's fine. Now we get to relax everything. One way I really like to stretch is doing one fist on top of the other and putting my forehead on my wrist like this. So I can relax here or here, depending on how flexible you are. And if you're getting further than you thought you would, you can also take your legs a little further apart. But we're not turning in, we're keeping our kneecaps to the ceiling. Even though we're relaxed, we're turning out. Now, 30 more seconds, staying as low as we are now, with our feet pointed or flexed and our knees engaged. Go. 30 seconds on the clock. Engage. And as you're doing this, you'll realize 30 seconds isn't that long. It's really not. And we're engaging our stomach, remember? So we're not just collapsing forward. Everything's engaged. Even though we're forward, we only have 10 more seconds. Hold. How far are your heels off the ground? How far? And if they're off the ground and your feet are pointed, are you sickling? No. You're winging or flexing. And relax. 10 more seconds. Oh, 30 more seconds. Relaxed. Again, not rolling forward, keeping our knees to the ceiling. Let's see. We have 20 more seconds. I'm so glad you got out of your chair and did this with me. Aren't you so proud of yourself? You're not just sitting there staring at me going, oh, look at her stretch. You're sitting here going, oh my gosh, I can't feel my feet anymore. And that's okay. That's a good thing. Because we only have 5 more seconds. 4 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. And you're not done. You get to stay here for one last thing. Wherever you are, I want you to engage one last time, take your hands up, and try to stay. Now, if you're here and you're fine, and it's totally easy, I want you to take your hands forward. I used to, when I was in the studio, can I go to this line, boss?
Whatever you want.
I would find a line like this on the ground. Can you see the seam in the ground in the hardwood? I would find the seam, put my heels on it, and try to get my hips on it too. And then I would try to engage everything and see if I could stay, which is very challenging. And it is harder said than done. And if I could stay, I would try to do it with my knees engaged and my heels off the floor, which is even harder. And I can't even look up because I have to look down to focus. And it might not look like I'm doing anything, but I'm engaging my leg muscles and my tummy muscles so hard right now to just stay up and not collapse over. And my hips, ta-da, middle splits. They will be yours too. If you have any questions, leave them at the bottom. I will get to them as soon as I can. And have a great day. I hope you get your split soon.